Good afternoon. It's a bit of a chilly day today, but it looks glorious. I don't really know where I'm going. I've just decided to head out and see where I end up. I've got a few ideas, but it's an unplanned route, so there'll be less commentary today. But whichever way I go, it will be up. This is fairly typical, inscrutable Spanish bureaucracy going on here. It's quite a big junction, this. It leads into Asco, the town, and Asco is the town that serves the nuclear power station here. The power station has been open for 33 years, and the personnel that go there have made do with the junction they've had those 33 years. It's not ideal. You often get a little queue of traffic waiting to enter the site. Now, I've mentioned before, it's going to be decommissioned in 2029, so 7 years time, and it's now that they're putting in its own junction for the nuclear. Brilliant. Just on the first climb of the day. It's not very long, it's only a few hundred meters of 6%, and I'm finding it really hard. I've actually never felt heavier on the bike. Feels like I've got a sack of spuds tied round my middle, which is ironic really, because I'm on a low carb diet which makes potatoes only a dream. These clay cliffs that we have here, absolutely teeming with bee eaters in the summer. They're quite a cool bird. Not only do they look amazing, absolute rainbow colours, but they dig a tunnel to nest in each year. And they never use the same tunnel twice. So these big banks actually show whole generations of bee eaters coming back year after year and digging a new hole. Getting to the edge of where the Flèche forest fire tore through here in I think it was June 2019. It was the worst forest fire of all of the 7 years. They did an amazing job at keeping it in check. It was massive. It was 6,500 hectares that went up, but they managed to save, as far as I know, all but one or two of the houses. And I remember that the weather conditions for it were outrageously perfect. It was incredibly hot. I think it must have been one of the hotter June temperatures we'd had, because it had just dipped over 40 degrees centigrade, and then the wind got up and it was incredible winds. And then a guy he's got a chicken farm, and his compost heap spontaneously combusted due to the heat and set off this enormous blaze. Oh, to explain really, before the fire this was a forest. This was a pine forest, thick with pine. You can see some of the ones which were less well caught by the fire over there. But it seems I've made a bit of a schoolboy error. There's going to be lots of climbing today. Already has been a fair bit. And I've just turned the motor on my Orbea. Still sounds good saying that, my Orbea. And I've got to put it on charge. Well, yeah, it's going to be hard work. You're going to see some suffering today. It's quite nice bringing you along for a normal ride. Just a ride, no set route, no planning, no history. just arrived. And really, when it's weather like this, I don't really want to be having a head full of too much stuff. So it allows random stuff to pop in. I might share some of those random thoughts later, or I might not have any, which is also possible. Just reached a bit that the fire skipped, so you get an idea of what it used to look like. Still on this first climb. No, it isn't. It's the second climb. It just feels endless. Quite enjoying it. Beautiful scenery. I don't think there's been a single car. Is there? Yeah, there's one car in the last 45 minutes. That's not really that surprising because this road only really goes to Bovera. Bovera's got 260 inhabitants, I think. And they're probably all either having an afternoon snooze or working the land. What I can tell you about is how my weight target is going. Weight loss target, I should say. So it's been, I think, 10 days since I last recorded, although I think we're 13 days into the year, and I'm down 5 kilos. But yeah, I feel I'm doing well. Oh, that looks nice. So that was Bovera. Bovera. You've got a B, your V's here. Look at that, it's lovely. Oh, the junction. Which way? No idea. Still got frost on the road. Bloody hell, this is steep. It's just gone from 12 to 13%, and I just put the motor on. It's hard. Too much Christmas pudding. Weirdly, I don't think I had any Christmas pudding this year. Pretty poor road, lots of potholes. But I think that's the road dead ahead as well, going up that hill. Makes sense. There's not really any way out of here. We're just in the middle of nowhere. I'm just going to climb. Hope this is the top. Oh no, there's another one. That was hard. Oh bloody hell, that's a big one. Kind of looks like I should have I should have used my gravel tyres. It's a bit bumpy. Wow. The road surface has completely disappeared. First time I had to stop for a breather in a long time. That was 13% and a bit too long, and there's more to come because I'm not at the top yet. It's a nice lovely spot though to have a little break. That was the hardest climb I've done, I think. And that ought to be La Palma d'Ebra. Oh, this sense is so lovely. Oh, Catalan logic. This town is called La Palma d'Ebra, the palm of the Ebro. It doesn't have any palm trees, and it's nowhere near the Ebro. In fact, it's actually famous for an enormous pine tree, very ancient. So we're back on a known road. I haven't done it for, I'm not sure, probably about 9 months. I last did it on, excuse me. So the backache. I last did it on the Trail of the Lonesome Pea, which means pine in Catalan. And I did this road because at the very end of it, it sort of goes off a cliff, and I was seeing if I could go over 100 kilometers an hour. Unfortunately, in that video, one of my early ones, and the sound gave up, so I couldn't really explain that that's what I was doing, because all you could see was me very earnestly saying amateur hour. Most of this road is a lovely slight descent, it's very swoopy, it's a little up and down, but it's quite easy just to get your head of steam up and cruise along doing 35, which is a very nice feeling. Feels like you're in the sort of peloton, well, you know, or breakaway. Let's say it's a breakaway, solo breakaway. So I'm looking forward to that steep descent, seeing if the Orbea will go a little bit quicker. But before that, there's a nasty wall, and it says it's 14%. There's a sign for it. And with impeccable timing, my battery's just given up. So should be. This is even the same lay-by that I stopped in last time to put the camera on my helmet. So it seems like a good tradition really to do the same thing now. Me done. 50 kilometers, a lot of bloody steep climbs, unassisted. 873 meters climbed. Bit of a quiet day really. It's probably a good thing, but thanks for watching.